Hello again, students. I'm teacher Kashmir. Now, today we are going to discuss on the topics of lines and angles. The unit is 3.1. If you have this course book, you can turn to the page 44. Now, what is a right angle? Very good. Right angle is an angle that makes up 90 degrees, and it's very easy to identify right angles because most of the time there is a symbol of the square which is put exactly at the center so that you can identify that it is a right angle. So if I give you a very quick question, uh, what is the value of x in this right angle? So basically you know that the total should be 90 degrees. So after minusing the 30 degrees, the balance is 60 degrees. And that's very easy. Now, a straight line actually comes from two right angles. If I combine both right angles, we will make a straight line, which at the end will give you 180 degrees. Another quick question here, students. It is given one of the angle is 40 degrees and the other one is the right angle. So what would be the value of the angle x? So it is another easy question here. You know that the right angle is 90 degrees. So basically all you have to do is to minus out all the other angles from the 180 degrees. So the balance of the value of the angle x should be 50 degrees after minusing the other two angles. A one-whole turn is actually comes from four right angles. So if we combine all of them, the total should always be 360 degrees. Now, this is a one-whole turn, and it is given that one of the angle is 120 degrees and another one is 100 degrees. So I assume that you know what to do in order to find the value of x. So all we have to do is to minus out the one whole turn of 360 degrees with the two angles given, which are the 120 and the 100 degrees. So the balance that we get here is 140. Now that was actually the basic concept of angles. Now, what is vertically opposite angles? If we draw two straight lines which are intersecting to each other, definitely we are going to come out with the shape of X. Now, a vertically opposite angle has actually this characteristic, which is the value of the upper value of the angle should always be similar to the lower value. Now, it doesn't really have to be 80 degrees all of the time. This is only an example. So what happened to the other balance of the two angles here? Now you know that, students, that a one whole turn is actually 360 degrees. So we can also use the straight line, which is 180 degrees. So if this is 80 degrees, the balance of this angle should be 100 degrees. So these two angles will also share the same value, which is the value of x should be 100 degrees each. And if you total up everything, it will give you a one whole turn, which at the end will give you 100 and which at the end will give you 360 degrees. Alternate angles, or the Z shape. Now, how to come out with a Z shape in an angle is that you're gonna have to draw two parallel lines. And you know that parallel lines are lines that will never intersect each other. And it is the two lines are moving to the same direction. So the arrows, these two arrows will actually tell you that these lines are parallel. Now all you have to do is to draw a transversal line. A transversal line is a line that cuts the parallel line. Now, can you identify where is the Z shape? Very good. I can show that to you. Now this is the Z shape. Would you like to see that again? The Z shape. Okay. Now look at the sharper part of the Z shape. Now the Z shape actually will always give you the same value exactly at the vertex of the Z. Now if one of the value is 70, for example, the other value will also be 70 degrees. Corresponding angles, which is also known as the F shape. So what we do, students, is that you have to draw a pair of parallel lines again, and also a transversal line one more time. So where can you find the F shape? Here you go. One more time. Here you go. Now, the F shape will give you the same value exactly at these 2 points or these 2 angles. The value will always be similar. And for example, if one of the value is 110, so the other value will also be 110. So, a very quick question here. What do you think the value of the green or the angle marked with green color? Now, as you can see, or if you can still remember, a straight line will give you 180 degree. So the balance of the angle of this straight line is 70. So each will be 70 degrees. And if you still remember the corresponding angle, the alternate angle, which is the X shape, the up and down angle will always be similar. And these two will also be similar. So altogether, at this point, it is a one-hole turn, and this is another one-hole turn that will give you 360 altogether. Now, finally, we have interior angles, or the U shape. Now, in order for us to get a U shape, or sometimes they call it a C shape, we need to draw another pair of parallel lines. So to make it easy for you, I just draw the parallel lines upwards, and this is a transversal. So I assume that you know where to spot or to locate the U shape. It's here. Okay, it's here. Now, the U shape or the co-interior angle actually will give you the characteristic which is a bit different from what you have studied previously as compared to the Z shape and the F shape, because the interior angle will actually measures the angle inside. If one of the angle here is 80, So the other interior angle will not be the same, if that's what you're thinking. Basically, the total for these two angles will always give you 180 degree, which is similar to the straight line characteristic. So the value of this angle is 100 degrees. I just love maths.